than just pretty, but it's a homestead. It's a working homestead.
It's a working homestead. I'm at my precious friend's homestead up here on the mountain. Miss Marilyn's house. And tell you what, as soon as I got here, I got a whole flat full of tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, green tomatoes. I got handed this jar of peach lemonade. I'm telling you, I got adopted and I am so blessed.
Peaches from Hawks Produce in Elkin, North Carolina.
And they've got peach trees. They just didn't produce this year because what kind of bug got to them?
We had a leaf curl came in it. Leaf curl. And then the beetles came and started eating everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But we still got a beautiful harvest of tomatoes coming off the vines.
Oh, yeah.
We've got many different varieties. One of our favorites is the Purple Cherokee. Purple Cherokee. And these are some of the ones still on the vine.
Beautiful.
Beautiful Purple Cherokee. And these are the ends of the season tomatoes. But today on the homestead, Bill is working on some green tomato relish. We're canning on the porch outside to keep the house cool. We have no air conditioning. We just have the God-given breeze every day, hopefully.
Which is good today.
But today he's working on it, and I can ask Bill if he would give y'all the recipe. But we made this when I was growing up. My grandmother, May Smith, who Edna May is named after, my little puppy. Edna May is named after her grandmother. Two grandmothers, my husband's grandmother and my grandmother. But Grandma May, she made it all the time. Every year she made a whole year's worth of green tomato relish. And we loved it. Loved it.
I have a jar to take home. Oh, how wonderful. This is good, y'all. All you need is what? Some cornbread, some beans.
It's really good on black-eyed peas and pinto beans.
Mm-hmm.
Have some, but we specifically ate it in our potato salad, and we also had it in our hot dogs.
And just right straight out of a spoon was good for me. And I just trying to get to the bathroom, but I got to show y'all this coolest little their sink here. And what was it? This was
my mother's hand pump, cast iron hand pump. And we put that little soap there to remember my mother. She's still with us. She's 86 years old, but this was their cast iron hand pump out in the yard. And we got a new bucket. Mm-hmm. But Bill run the plumbing up through the table he built, our vanity table, and we just used outdoor plumbing equipment, and just made it really, really simple and basic. And you just turn the faucet on, and we have solar panel pump.
Solar panel
Pump for the water, and we have a 100-gallon tank reserve on the porch. And then if we're going to do our showers, which my husband, we built everything here, and we designed it and built it. Yeah. And the shower is also built with sheet metal.
That's beautiful.
Sheet metal, and it has the pipes. Just the regular pipes. I hope you can see that.
I can see it. That's so cool.
We got a rain shower head, so it feels like you're underneath a waterfall.
Yeah, and so you're not using ordinary power company for this.
No, we're off grid. We use solar power. If it's just going to be like one person to take a shower, you can do that pretty good. Plugging in the tankless water heater to get it warmed up, because it is well water and it's very, very cold, 48 degrees coming out of the ground. So on a wonderful hot day like today, you can jump in there real quick, but you'll scream like a grown woman. Trust me. But anyway, we are getting things done here on the homestead. This is not a show place. This is an actual working homestead. So we have built everything by hand. from the ground up.
It's just beautiful. Beautiful. And out here, we've got our chickens, right, Miss Marilyn?
Mm-hmm.
Can we go out this way?
Rooster Cogburn.
Rooster Cogburn.
And his hens.
And his coop of hens, y'all. Right out here. And you can see some of the solar panels here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need your shoes? I'm taking my lemonade. This is wonderful.
Show them a picture of our view down there.
Oh, yeah.
Mountain
Can y'all see?
Stone Mountain to the right.
Stone Mountain is over this way. Now, when the leaves come off in the fall, I might give y'all, if Miss Marilyn says so, I'll give y'all another view because it's just beautiful with the leaves and everything. And when they come off, you can really see. But so we got Blue Ridge Mountains this way, Miss Marilyn.
Mm-hmm. Way in the distance. The ones you see in the far distance are Blue Ridge, and to the right is Stone Mountain.
Mm-hmm. So.
Going up to Sparta. Going to Sparta and Jefferson and West Jefferson.
And out here we've got blueberry bushes galore, peach trees, I can't even, apple trees, figs.
Apples, two kinds of apples.
Let's go around this way.
Pears, and 5 raspberry bushes, and some more peach trees as well. Next year project, we'll finish off the house. We are going to be putting a front porch on. Be 10 feet by 24 feet, completely with just tables and rocking chairs, because this is the most magnificent view in the fall. And the deer just come herding through here. There's a game trail down at the end of the property because there is a pond. The ravine has a spring in it, and there's a pond down at the bottom. So we have 5 acres of land here, and we've seen wild turkey. We know skunk has come through because we can smell them at night. And wild turkey, deer, the geese come in and fly in and check us out every now and then and walk through our gate and go up to the front of the property. And we just have a beautiful, beautiful place here. We have, I believe we have 5 hens now, and Rooster Cogburn, he's our rooster. And he's a good boy, and he's also very protective of his girls. He herds them up. If something comes by, we had a coyote come last week in the middle of the day. We got Edna Mae inside, so nothing would happen to her because she's small. And Rooster Cogburn did his job. He got his girls all underneath the coop, and they lay beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw a blue one. When an Easter egg called?
She's an Easter egger. She's pure white with a red comb, and she lays a blue-green color egg.
Yeah, you can't go without your shoes, can you? Meet me out front, Miss Marilyn. So, y'all, I just love to come up here. It's a blessing. And I'll tell you how Miss Marilyn came into my life. She's been all over the United States. Her husband was a serviceman. And they retired, though, and come and started this homestead. But they wanted to come to the mountains, you know. And anyways, my husband was in the hospital having kidney stones. He had like 11 kidney stones within 3 months. And basically being caused by this high-powered medication he was on for his sarcoidosis of his eyes, which took his vision. And he was in there having stents, and it was just a scary time. And out in the waiting room, I sat down, and I was holding my husband's walking stick. And Miss Marilyn said, "That's a pretty walking stick you got there." And we just got to talking. I'm going to tell you, we just knew right away. Just especially right away finding out that we both loved the Lord, and most importantly, that He loved us and we knew it. You know? And it's just been a blessing to have her, somebody I can be real with. You know, I don't have to pretend to be perfect when I'm having bad days. You know, I can openly share, she can share, and just trusting in the love of Christ to keep us. So I was just going to, for a few more minutes here, walk around, kind of show you their garden. They've started a fall garden. Miss Marilyn's got a new shed out here, which will be her quilting shed. And if anybody comes by that wants to stay a weekend or something, there's a loft. So they've always got a project going on here. And then Bill's out here working on the, is it the relish, Bill?
Yeah.
Is that a cooker? That's so cool. It's just beautiful. Yeah, here's their sign Bill made. Simple Life Homestead, the Noonies. And it is. It's a simple life. It's beautiful.
Hung up one of the quilts on the Amish clothesline. We do not have a dryer. We use the sun and the wind that we've been provided with, and it works wonderful for us. I'm a quilter, been quilting with the Peace Goods Quilters, but we're going to open up a quilting building called the Simple Shed Quilters, and it's going to be starting up soon and teaching ladies how to quilt, and men. A lot of men quilt as well, but this is a very simple one.
It's beautiful.
It was done on the Outer Banks of North Carolina by one of the ladies in Manteo. Bought it as a fundraiser. She just had a very simple price on it, but I gave a bigger donation because there's a lot of work that still went in it, even though it's a simple quilt.
No, it's pretty stitches. Look at that.
Very grateful for her work.
And so, what we got over here, Miss Marilyn?
Well, we have our new raised beds gardens this year. Last year we didn't have these, and these 4 boxes, the first 2 boxes produced quite a lot of sweet potatoes for us. We just harvested those, and they're going to be turned into canned sweet potatoes as well as sweet potato butter. Very quickly this afternoon, we're going to be working on sweet potato butter while we got a beautiful breeze today. So the boxes have been replanted. I'm not positive what's inside. We'll get back to you on that. But all 4 boxes have been planted. But we had carrots and beets. Previously, we got 4 quarts of carrots out of 1 box, and got some beets that we were able to process and eat. But fall garden is started. There's spinach, broccoli, beets, cucumbers. There's some turnips have been planted, and there may be a few more things that Bill can tell us in a little bit. He did the fall garden while I was away. We also have some herbs growing. We've got rosemary, lavender, and basil. Got those. This is just a natural garden now. We're not doing a whole lot of making sure it's perfect, picture perfect, but still very blessed with a plentiful supply of basil and peaches, and we got lots of hummingbirds that come, lots of butterflies that come. But this is a Georgia bell peach. We did not get it sprayed the previous fall. We were extremely busy and lots of health issues. So we did get leaf curl. There were a handful of peaches eaten off of it. They're so sweet and beautiful. But this year we're going to prune it and get it sprayed correctly, and we'll have a bumper crop next year, we believe. Butterflies and flowers are still plentiful in the garden.
Well, what we got over here on the line?
Raspberries. These are some gorgeous, gorgeous raspberries.
What do you make with the raspberries, Miss Sarah?
You can make raspberry jelly. You can do a raspberry glaze to go on cheesecake. You can just eat them. Raspberries are very healthy for you. Very good.
That raspberry cheesecake sounds good.
You like the cheesecake part.
Oh, and down there is Miss Marilyn's new quilting barn. I was telling them about that. I hope the wind isn't catching on here and going to ruin our little
shed quilters.
Yeah.
Simple shed will eventually be a quilting barn and sewing center. But we did not have a garden the first year we were here, and we got here in April of 2016 and moved up onto the homestead. And so the year before and this year we've had garden, and it's been an amazingly good bumper crop. Bill said he planted 40 pounds, I believe it was, of potato slips, and we did harvest about 350 pounds of potatoes from that. So we really were blessed. We had 3 different kinds of potatoes. Irish potatoes, those are the red ones. Kennebecks, and Yukon Golds. 3 kinds, and we canned 90-some quarts of potatoes. 90-some.
And I'm sure you gave a lot away.
A lot away.
I know I got some. And they were good.
Very good.
Well, it's a simple life, y'all. It's beautiful.
It can be if we want it to be.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's not for everybody, but it's just been, I've enjoyed learning so much about it and being around Miss Marilyn and her place here, and it's just beautiful. So, thought I'd share that with you, and Miss Marilyn was gracious to let us in on it and share that with you. So, hope you enjoyed it.
Come on up and visit sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We do have a little dog. We try to fasten the gate, so if you'll blow the horn, we'll come and let you in. And if there's anything needs to be picked, you can come and get some. There's plenty of basil if anybody wants any. Rosemary. Still some tomatoes left, but we're about to the end of them. We're gathering still a few more okra. And the field peas are finished, and the black beans and all the other beans we planted, and that's pretty much over. But we had a bit of sweet corn, but not a whole big harvest.
Or they can just jump in the car with us and take off to Stone Mountain like we like to go do.
Yes.
Put our feet in the water.
Perfect.
So,
if you have a chance to come up on a Sunday, Sunday school's at 10 o'clock, a beautiful church I attend, Austin Baptist Church, and regular church services at 11 o'clock. They're just a wonderful group of people, and come and worship and visit with us. Fifth Sundays are dinner on the grounds. We have a beautiful fellowship hall. We gather together, and if you make it on Fifth Sunday, I'd highly recommend Fifth Sunday, because we have a meal afterwards, and we always have plenty, more than enough.
oh yes, oh my goodness, there's just some good eating there.
Come on up and visit.
All right, well, we're going to shut this off. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Miss Marilyn.
You're welcome.
All right.